Morning, evening, afternoon, whatever it is when you come across this video. I think you're taking time out of your day to watch it. I've actually almost gotten through all of the shuffling. It's got the answer and they do want it a cut. Want to know what their love life looks like? We're putting a month timestamp on it. We got up to 10K likes in under 30 minutes. That was amazing. We're right at 30 minutes now. I forget it didn't look, but still amazing either way. All right, folks, no strokes. Here we go. Guess one of those cards got flipped up during shuffling. Bring these out down, I guess. There we go. That makes sense all of a sudden, doesn't it? Okay. So apparently we have the Emperor reversed. You got the Two of Pentacles upright, the Emperor reversed, and the King of Pentacles upright. That's funny. That card was that way. Okay. I don't know if you've kind of been talking to somebody or if somebody's going to be coming in this month, but with the Two of Pentacles here, it looks like you might run into somebody. Hang on, let me look at this just a little bit more. I'm wondering if there's two possible suitors in your future. Let me ask you. No, you're not screwed. Let me ask you this. Maybe it's not two possible suitors. So was the last person you were with, were they a bit of a tyrant their way or their highway? Maybe even a little greedy with their money? Okay. If I'm getting this 83% right on this, right? If I'm staying within the right zone here. Do you get out a lot? Are you pretty active? Putting yourself in positions to meet people? No, working home. All right. It looks like because you have the Two of Pentacles, you might have a possibility of making a decision in between two possible suitors. All right. Like this month just might be a good month, man. The waters might get rocky a little bit this month. You know, got all the planets lining up here in a couple of days. So maybe we're all in for some surprises this month. But it looks like you're going to be able to decide maybe someone that's going to remind you a lot of your ex, but they're not as much as a tyrant. And if it's not two suitors, the King of Pentacles works either way. He wasn't greedy. Well, that's good. He wasn't greedy. But either way, on the King of Pentacles, if it's, I'm still going to have to say it has to be a decision between two different people. So either there's going to be one that's not a tyrant. That's what I'm trying to get at. Doesn't have the tyrant qualities, right? But seems kind of well off. And maybe this one might be. The only reason I said greedy, I asked about greedy because this card, this person doesn't seem like they're too greedy about their money. But so if he wasn't greedy, then I'm trying to zero in on this Two of Pentacles, man. You're gonna have to make a choice in between someone who's just not much of a tyrant, but probably isn't as well off as the other person, or you might have a choice to choose somebody that is a little better off But I don't know, might have some tyrant traits, because whoever this person is definitely doesn't have the tyrant traits. But it looks like you have a choice. Either someone is more laid back or somebody that has some money. One is young, one is older. Okay. Well, it looks like they picked up on both of them. So the younger one's probably the emperor. He's probably a little bit free, right? Free-willed, free everything, right? Probably doesn't wear underwear. Who knows? Free balling, motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, so this might be representing the younger one, not being, the emperor again, just free will, free, living life, all that freedom shit. But so the older one is, more squared away, right? He's already established. He has, of course, they're going to have money. They might have more than a couple $100 in the bank. All right. Well, maybe that's what they're representing here. And I guess you're going to have to make a choice. Do you want the younger one, or the one that's live free and be free still? Or do you want the one that's more squared away and got their shit together a little bit more? They've lived the life, they got life figured out. This one's, they're being young. But more importantly, you can pull a clarification card, stack 1, 2, or 3. Or you can leave on a high note and just know you got a decision to make, the younger one or the older one. If you want, a shot at whatever happiness you're looking for. 3. Let's see if it gives us a clarification we need. Bruh. I wish it just make it. It never makes it easy on the third card sometimes. Every now and again it clarifies the hell out of something for me though. But King of Cups, reverse. So, let me ask you this. No, no, you're good. It's not as hard as it looks if I'm right about it, okay? Does a part of you actually just want someone that's a whole lot more like your ex? Or the last person you were with? I don't know if they're your ex or not. I don't know what happened there, but the reason I ask, because the King of Cups being reversed, cups can represent your heart. And you're like, no, and then of course it's being a king and he has a scepter and he's a bit demanding, and still kind of everything will go with the flow as long as you do it his way. But if you're saying no to that, it looks like you might ultimately decide on the younger one. Because let's say this King of Cups was upright, then it'd be going with the King of Pentacles, right? Like, okay, maybe you go for the older one. But because it's reversed, looks like, well, of course you don't know right now. This is your reading for the next month. So you don't have to decide right this second. It's just giving you a glimpse of what this month looks like. It looks like you might be put in a position to make the decision if you want this younger one or the older one. And as right now, looks like you might go back, or at least go towards the king anyways. Because they're more squared away. Maybe you're more worried about, it's like, you're... Actually, I think if it was upright, you'd be going for the king. Never mind. That's what I was saying earlier. Flip my shit around. Fucked up my own shit. You see that? But, oh shit. Now, I almost feel like it doesn't look like you. Now it looks like you will choose the king, actually. Maybe that's why the king is facing the king, because you're going to ultimately choose the older one. You saw nothing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's why I keep staring at the cards, man. And keep repeating myself to make sure nothing else comes through, because of shit like this. Shit like this does happen. So yeah, that's my final answer, and I'm not phoning a friend, guys. It looks like you are going to be put in a position, or you're going to put yourself in a position, I don't know, to make the decision on which one you want to be with. And because the king's going right back towards the king, I think you're going to go for the older and more squared away one. At least that's what it's kind of like. If you were to choose right now, right, who would you choose? Like if you just had to, you know what I mean? Two of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. Thank you, sounds like you. All right, well, hell yeah. A choice must be made. Both, well, fuck, where'd it go? A choice must be made, both recreation and delight, but also trouble, obstacles, and a delicate dance, pretending to have fun. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? There that fucker is. Reversed. Difficulty and trapped. But I'll give it all to you. Erect in structure and fatherly qualities. Steadfast, dependable, command, conviction, purpose. And again, because it is reversed, it might represent difficulty and trapped. King of Pentacles. There we go. Golden Touch and King of the Material World. Builder, brave, business, real estate, financial freedom. If it was reversed, it might represent manipulative and overbearing. Because, you know, that's what we always want to hear. King of Cups reversed, though. Let's see what's up. Rogue and double dealer. Give it all to you. Creative genius, loved by many. Arts and sciences, creative intelligence. Creative intelligence. Shit, I can speak English, I promise. Fairness. And again, reverse might represent rogue and double dealer. Older, cool. Hell yeah. All right. Hell yeah. Well, I've got some little clarification. Thank you guys for hanging out, watching the video. Push out that positive energy everywhere you go. Most importantly, man, be good at it.